Hey everyone, this amazing ESO Network show is brought to you by our fine sponsor, Amazon.com. Please remember to shop Amazon for all your geeky needs, no matter what time of the year it is. All you need to do is go to esopodcast.com/ESO Amazon, or click on the Amazon banner on the ESO Network webpage to go to our e-store. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, that's enough of me babbling for now. Now on with your regular scheduled show.
Are you ready to rock?
This is where the world of pop culture and talk collide.
Hey, how you doing, kids?
This is the Adam and JP Show.
Hey, welcome to the Adam and JP Show.
Hi there.
I'm Jay Patrick, at JPatrick2100 on Twitter.
Oh, we should do that more often, shouldn't
Yeah,
we?
we should.
We should.
Yeah. There's a fun, different way to start the
Yeah.
show.
Or at Adam of AJP. Mm-hmm. Love the Twitter. I should tweet more. We should both tweet more.
Did you have a Twitter account before at Adam
I did.
of AJP?
Just my name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm creative like that. So
At
much creativity.
At Deuce Baby 3000.
Deuce, baby. What is your porn name? Have we talked about that?
No.
We have, haven't we?
Midnight Highway.
Was it Midnight Highway?
Yeah. Because my first dog was named Midnight.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a rural post office route known as Highway 70.
I like that. Midnight Highway. That sounds like a good,
it's
good something.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Little Rascals. Mm-hmm. So my first dog was Spanky, and I grew up on Cox Pike.
Really?
Could you not?
Nice. Spanky Pike.
No, Spanky Cox.
I know.
Oh, well, now I feel weird.
I was just trying to get you to say it.
Now I feel weird.
Spanky
Pike.
You probably have a better name for the adult film industry.
No, I think Midnight Highway's pretty good.
Midnight Highway will be the name of my autobiography.
Okay. Yeah. We have a friend, his porn name is Mick White Oak.
Nice. There is a meteorologist on our local ABC affiliate, News Channel 2 in Nashville. I think it's Channel 2. Maybe Channel 5. I don't know. I don't know channels.
Who watches that anymore? It's all about radio and podcasts.
Her name is Danielle Breezy, and she is a weather person named Danielle Breezy.
What, did Stormy Weathers get fired? What happened?
I mean, that can't be her real name, right?
There's no way. Breezy. I went to school with some kids named Boozer.
Really? I went to school
that was their last name.
With a kid named Michael Booze.
Yeah? Michael Booze. They were the Boozers.
Yeah.
And they were so cool because their last name.
Also, there was a group of kids named the Belchers.
Oh, yeah. We had some Belchers. That just sounds, oh, man.
Were they nasty?
Kind of.
And when I say nasty, I mean, I'm not casting disparaging comments on someone. Like, this family was nasty. Like, they didn't bathe.
Wow. Well, if we have Belcher listeners, don't be offended.
Yeah. But you come from a long list of unbathed masses.
Just that's a bad, to me, a belch is a small hiccup before a vomit.
Mm-hmm. Or belch. A verp.
Yeah. The old belch. Mm-hmm. Ugh, that just sounds bad. Mm-hmm. I think it's the elch. Ouch. You don't hear it? You feel it?
What?
Belch.
What are you trying to get me to do?
Just say the word.
We have a little different setup.
We do, yeah.
You're a lot further away from me than you.
Yeah, I feel like I should be screaming, hello.
And I can't hear you.
My Campbell soup can.
But you're more comfortable than you normally are.
I am. Usually I have to hunch down or sit all straight.
And you have in this setup, we should take a picture.
Yeah.
You have your own personal workspace.
I do feel like I'm a student in school again.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm leaned up against the bar. Like just having a conversation.
One more, toss the cup down, the glass down.
Like you should slide me a milkshake.
Yeah.
Like
hey,
I'm George McFly.
Speaking of a bar.
Okay.
This weekend we have festivities, you know.
You are celebrating your last few weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks, yeah.
Of being a bachelor.
Yeah.
Which
we're going to the old casinos.
You could have had a lot longer, but oh no. I got to jump right back into the fire.
I'm excited for all of it.
Wait a minute. Which part?
All of it.
All of it?
All the parts.
That's a good cover.
All the parts.
What are you more excited about? Your actual wedding? Or spending the weekend in the casino with your friends?
The wedding. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It sounded like you were trying to say that with confidence.
No. They're both going to be awesome.
Uh-huh.
And have a honeymoon after that. And then life begins. It's all good.
Life begins?
Yeah, the new life.
Life begins in the mid-30s. What are you more looking forward to?
Yeah.
A week in Hawaii or a weekend with your friends in a smoky casino?
I have to go with Hawaii. I love them both. They're both going to be fantastic.
I think you're lying again.
They're both going to be fantastic.
I think when you get back from Hawaii, after you're seasick and airsick and sick of...
No, Dramamine is my friend because it's going to put me out to sleep. That's what's going to happen.
You're Polynesian sick.
I've tried to figure it out how to get through this flight. Dramamine.
Okay.
Or some say drama. I like drama.
Drama?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Dramamine.
But it's going to put me out, make me kind of drowsy and sleepy, or I sleep. And I don't know if I have any air sickness, but just in case.
10 hours, huh?
Yeah.
You're going to sleep for 10 hours.
Well, that's when the melatonin comes in. I love melatonin. I don't think you're supposed to, but I almost take it nightly.
Really?
Yeah, it's natural. I was on ZQuil
Wait,
for a bit.
This is like the this is like the narcotics that you're using at night
No,
to go to sleep.
that was ZQuil. And
Okay.
that was not natural. I felt bad about that. And that was non-habit forming, but I did it every night. And this,
as if it were a habit.
I'm kind of like Elvis Presley. Like today, I've had, no joke, and within like 3 hours, I had 6 shots of espresso. And then to go to sleep, I pop melatonin. I'm like Elvis Presley.
Yeah, you're keeping yourself up and having to,
should be more natural.
Michael Jackson yourself at night.
But I can't, like throughout the day, I'm tired.
I got to get at my sarcophagus. Let me
My
take my
soul is a sarcophagus.
Let me take
It's a
my
good
melon
song.
balls.
Melatonin. Try it. Like one small dot of a pill. And it's natural. Melatonin is 100% natural.
So they say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's plant-based.
Everything's plant-based,
yeah, it's
right?
true. Or so like a physical plant with workers.
Before we get much further into the show proper, we should take a second and recognize events in our state.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a rough week for Tennessee.
It has,
It's actually been a rough couple of weeks, especially for East Tennessee.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen on the national news, a huge wildfire in the Smoky Mountain National Park, burning down many homes and landmarks in the Sevier County, Gatlinburg area. Really sad.
It is, yeah.
Now, I've gone on record of I've been to Gatlinburg. I know, like I enjoy like the cabin and the scenic and the whole strip. I've never been a big fan of, but my heart certainly went out to the people of Gatlinburg.
Yeah, I mean, there are people
and
that
Pigeon
have
Forge.
lives there.
Yeah, and lives are lost. People lost their homes. And Dolly Parton has stepped up. If you didn't know, her theme park, Dollywood, is based in Pigeon Forge, which is right outside of Gatlinburg. It's all in Sevier County. And she has the Dollywood Foundation. She's going to donate $1,000 a month for 6 months to all the families that lost their homes. So if you want to help that cause, that sounds like a good cause to me. You can go to dollywoodfoundation.org and actually make a donation to the Dollywood Foundation. And it's just always a good idea to donate to the Red Cross.
Yeah.
Because they are
Pretty legitimate.
The Red Cross and the Salvation Army are always the first to arrive. Well, there's the first responders, but when tragedy strikes, the Red Cross and the Salvation Army are always right there. So you can donate at redcross.org if you want to make a donation to the Red Cross, either for this catastrophe or help fill the coffers for the next thing that we know is coming down the road.
Right.
But really sad to see what happened there.
There's a lot of bad stuff. I mean, animals displaced in their homes. I mean, people, of course. I think it says a lot about me as a person when I have the most heartfelt moments seeing the animals get hurt and stuff. Is that bad? Is that
No,
wrong?
I mean that is heartbreaking. Like the bears that were burned, and they had to rescue them.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very. It's all heartbreaking.
No, it's all terrible.
And I guess they, at the time we record this, still don't know if they found all the victims of this fire because just in the last 24, 48 hours have they been able to actually go up into the mountains and the homes that are up there. Because if you've never been. There's a lot of people that live up in the mountains right out of downtown Gatlinburg, but a lot of people built these huge cabins, and then they rent those out. So you can go. We've done that before. Well, not you and I, but my family has done that before, where we've gone and stayed in a cabin, for 3 or 4 days, and it's up in the mountains. And so a lot of damage to those places, and a lot of damage to personal homes as well. So yeah, it's really sad to see that happen so close to home.
And we here in Tennessee we don't have hurricanes or bad things like that, but we have our fair share of tornadoes and floods and wildfires and
just this past week, tornadoes. Like you had the wildfire on what was that, Tuesday night?
Yeah, around then.
And then Wednesday night, you had this weird winter fall warm front go through.
Yeah.
And then there were tornadoes just south of where we are now.
Yeah.
So southeast.
Right.
So yeah, we have tornadoes and
Pretty crazy.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just 6 years ago now, we had the terrible floods.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, was that 6 years ago?
it was 2010.
2010?
Yeah. Yep.
That was something.
May of 2010. Yeah, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving to work that morning, early in the morning, like 4 in the morning. Had no idea it happened overnight, and I woke up driving the back roads to work, going the 40, 50 miles an hour, the highway speed limit was. And in the distance, I see a blinking light, and I slam on the brakes. It was one of those wooden, road closed signs, and I see under the road closed sign is just like ripples of water coming. I'm like,
Right.
what in the hell is going on right now? And
Yeah.
I thought that was odd. Maybe, a pipeline or a dam, something broke. I was confused being 4 in the morning. I turn around and go a different route in the back roads. And as I come upon another road closed sign with more ripples of water, I'm like, whoa. And so I finally made the way to work through the interstate. And it took a long time to get there. And I finally found out it was just, the whole place was covered in water. On the way home from work that day, I had to leave early because all the shops closed down. On the way home, I remember seeing, kind of in the distance, someone on their house on their roof being rescued by someone on a boat. I was like, damn. That was crazy.
That was west of Nashville. At that time, you were living west of Nashville, right? Mm-hmm. That day, when all the rain started to come down, and there was some spotty flooding around. I believe it was Sunday. Is when the rains first started to come in.
Yep.
And so there was spotty flooding around the Nashville area.
Yeah.
And so I was working at a radio station downtown, and I went in. I was able to make it in, and because we were living just kind of south of downtown at the time. And so I go in, and we do weather coverage for 4 or 5 hours, but they were able to get some sandbags down to the river downtown, and they were sandbagging the river. And when I went home at 6 or 7 o'clock that night, the whole theory was they thought, it was going to get close to being a disaster, but they thought they were able to sandbag it and everything was going to be okay. And then I get home, and not within 30 or 40 minutes, I'm watching the news, and the sandbags didn't work. And you started to see the water creep into downtown Nashville. That was bad.
It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Did Joe's Crab Shack ever open back up after that?
I don't know.
Downtown?
Did
I don't
it?
know if it did or not. I know that was one of them. They got flooded.
The big mall there, Opry Mills, was down for a long time, right?
Oh, yeah. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Out at Opryland, the Opryland Hotel,
Yeah.
and the mall you're talking about,
yeah.
Opry Mills. Because WSMAM is located in the hotel there. And so I was doing some part-time work for them at the time. And after the flood, when the hotel started to flood, they had all these old reel-to-reel tapes of the Grand Ole Opry there on premise.
Wow.
And all these original print albums there on premise, in the studio there at the Opryland Hotel. And so it was just this mad dash to try to get all that stuff out of the hotel before the hotel completely flooded. And they were able to get a lot of it. And then after the flood, I went to, they set up a temporary broadcast studio in the tower of WSM. And once again, it's south of downtown, right off I-65. And you can see it. If you Google it, you can see it's a pretty historic looking. It's a huge, for an AM station, it's a huge tower. And so they had an old building because originally that's where the station was housed. And so they had the old broadcast building still there. They moved the station to that. So I went to visit just a few days after the flood. And it was so crazy because it was like walking into a radio station, like a working radio station from, I don't know, the 1950s.
Yeah.
And then it was 2 levels because the facility had a basement. And in the basement, you go down there, and it's just all these albums laid out. And they had hired, I don't know how many hundreds of dollars they spent, but they hired professionals to come to that facility and try to restore as many of those albums as they could find. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Wow.
On a happier note.
Yes, bring it up.
It is almost the Christmas season. First of all, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. It was good. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Well, the mass chaos went to both family sides.
Did you slide at your mom's family?
Well,
your birth family? Your blood.
I had an hour and a half in there. It was good.
Yeah?
Hour and a half. Yeah.
I know you. It was probably closer to 45 minutes.
No, I had a good plate of turkey and things.
And how long did you spend at the fiance's house?
6 hours?
Wow.
5 hours?
Wow.
Like I said, they were the planners. In case you didn't hear last week.
You dissed your mom on Thanksgiving.
Didn't diss them. That side of the family is the planners.
Wow.
The night before Thanksgiving, I had no idea what time.
6 hours versus an hour and a half, which I know is probably closer to maybe an hour.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
What'd your mom say about that? How'd you feel about that?
She was fine. She was glad I showed up.
All right, Mom. Well, I'm going to go. You just got here.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Have fun with your new family.
But they had a strict dinner time at 4 o'clock. How could I
I
make that not
spent
happen?
3 hours in birth bringing you into this world.
Yeah. But they had a strict dinner time at the other place. My mom's was kind of willy-nilly. Whatever.
Wow.
What? It
Now
was.
Wow.
It was.
Now you're like name calling.
And I love this about
You're like Donald Trump talking about your family.
grab her by the turkey. I love, we've talked about this, I love both sides of our family are so drastically different. And I like seeing that in all ways possible, if that makes sense. So at my mom's...
Well, clearly there's one side you enjoy spending more time
no,
with.
it's good. At my mom's house for Thanksgiving, it's very casual. People wear what they want, sit where they want, do what they want. You can eat in the living room, table, whatever. We have paper plates we use, and it's just you go up and get what you want when you want and go.
Yeah.
At the fiance side, it's always very, very classy and fancy. They have fine china, and the tables are set with certain spoons and forks in ways I don't know.
Well, that sounds like tons of fun.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's fun to see both sides of it. It's cool. I think it's fun to have though. I've never had that fancier side, and I don't think she's had the non-fancier side, so we're both in awe every time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a little bit country, she's a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But it's so odd. I've got to like straighten up and put the napkin on my lap and make sure I'm using the right fork. And
What'd you wear?
They just like a normal button-up and jeans. Fine. Same thing as my mom's. I didn't have a Beyonce wardrobe change.
I think you did.
No, as I come in the glitter and things.
You wore your cutoffs to your mom's house.
Yeah.
Cutoffs and flip-flops.
My penguin tail for the other place.
Yeah.
But no, you sit down. I mean, my mom's, she has a cooler full of ice, and you grab a canned soda, pop it and drink. There, you sit down at the table. It's pre-filled with a crystal glass of water, one's a crystal glass of champagne. I'm like, it's such a vast difference. It really is.
Yeah.
It's cool to see the difference. I like it. I'm really paper plates, fine china. That's what we're talking about here.
Right.
What do you prefer? I mean, I like them both.
Oh, paper plates all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was raised with. It's just
Yeah.
It's a different way.
Yeah.
Pick the corner of the napkin up and kind of like Pee Wee Herman like cleans his mouth after he eats. It was like I tried to emulate that.
Right. So you guys didn't go to Cracker Barrel.
No, exactly. So I did that. We played some games afterwards. It was good.
Well, I enjoyed. Yeah, I had a good, fun Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
as well.
you had some steak time, right?
We did. We did steaks. We grilled. We had some paper plates.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Maybe like 12 people here.
Wow.
Yeah, which was a lot for us. We never have 12 people over. So I saw today. So we're now in the holiday season. We're in the Christmas season.
Yes.
We're going to continue the roast.
Yeah. We are finally in December officially.
You posted
I thought it'd be fun. A good throwback.
on Facebook your Christmas list from when you were, 10 or 11?
No, I was 18 years old here.
18. So, you hadn't graduated from high school yet.
No, I had. It was the Christmas of 2002. I was 18.
Do you have that handy?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have it close?
I have it close.
Can we go through your list?
Yeah.
I mean, because I guess at that age, I can understand like, hey, Adam, we don't know what you want. Why don't you give us a couple ideas? Okay, I'll jot down a couple of things.
The thing is,
What did you do?
I had a list of a lot of stuff. With the Christmas list, you give a lot of options. You don't expect to receive all of them, but you get some back, and it's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, let's hear what's on the old list from 2001, 2002?
2002.
2002.
First up on Adam's Christmas list from Christmas 2002.
Ding, ding, ding,
Another list. We can't escape the list, can we?
You guys aren't going to read a Christmas list, are you?
First up, I have
One of these days.
And it's funny because my mom found this today, and she said in Christmas decorations, and it's handwritten in my terrible handwriting on a piece of not even college ruled notebook paper,
like fat line paper.
It was fat line. So first up was the Back to the Future trilogy on DVD.
Okay, so that's a good.
Don't add the
That's a good one. Like, and when 2002 DVD, that's going to be 3 with a bonus disc.
Yeah, it was at least 40, 50.
Yeah, but I'm going to say we'll be conservative and say $45.
I did not receive all of these, and it's so funny to think I was asking for. Just think of the things on this list you would never ask for now. Right. It's funny. Yeah. Right, Back to the Future trilogy DVD. Next up was Legends of Wrestling 2 for the Xbox. A terrible game, by the way, which at the time I hadn't played it, but one of the worst ever.
That's what about
$60? $60, a brand new game, yeah. Next up was Fatal Frame for the Xbox. Once again, a new game, $60. Also, that year that came out was Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, $60 for the Xbox.
Goodness gracious.
Also, kind of with the espionage deal, Splinter Cell for the Xbox was on my list. Also, I wanted a telescope, which I got that year.
Oh, how much do you think that was? $200?
It's a telescope. 1, 2, I don't know.
Let's go with 2.
Okay, 2. Also, a CD made this list, and that was System of a Down, Steal This Album.
Okay.
Yeah. Also on the Xbox, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, $60. I wanted some new bass guitar strings.
Right.
Yeah. Shirts.
Well, how much do you think bass guitar strings are?
$10, $15. Not too bad. It's like a stocking stuffer, you know.
All right.
Some shirts. Everyone needs shirts.
So probably about, $100 worth of shirts?
If I receive them, I didn't get the whole
I
list.
will say 50.
I wanted an electric razor, which I got that year, but it was a terrible idea. So painful. Have you used those before?
I hate them.
Not a fan. I didn't know until that year, but it was terrible.
You fell for the Norelco commercial with the Santa Claus.
The guy's so sexy with his 5 o'clock shadow.
Mm-hmm.
The woman walks behind him, puts her hands over his shoulders, and they're doing it afterwards. I was like, I need that razor.
I want that.
So that was on there. Little throwback for a DVD, which at the time I'm sure was pricey, but South Park Season 1.
The whole season?
Yeah, the whole season.
That's like $70.
Also on the Xbox, NCAA Football 2003, $60.
Yeah.
And I just, to finish it up, maybe some gifts, some easy gifts or
Some stocking stuffers.
Some stocking stuffers. I'll take gift certificates to either Circuit City, Toys R Us, or Best Buy.
So let's say $60.
Yeah, sure.
Say $20 for
Are you
those
doing
three
a tally?
places.
Are you doing like a tab over there?
Yeah, hang on.
Cover the 3. You're actually doing. You're keeping count, aren't you? I didn't receive everything on the list. You're looking at this the wrong way.
If my calculations are correct,
Yeah.
that's about a $700 Christmas.
See, you're asking for that, but you don't receive it. I got a lot of the things.
I lost my pen.
Your Bob Dole pen is gone.
I know. Well, that's okay.
You have a replacement.
I've got a backup.
I did receive quite a bit that year from that list. Not everything, though.
But the fact at that age,
But you're giving.
you made a Santa list that long just makes me think perhaps back then you were a little more greedy.
No, not at all. I was trying to make it easy for the parents to give them an easier Christmas for me. I'm thinking about the people.
The people.
You give them more options, it's easier for them.
No.
Yeah.
So you don't think that was a greedy Christmas list at all?
No, because I was asked to do. It wasn't like I gave that to them out of nowhere. Like, hey, this is what I desire. They asked me, hey,
That was what you desired.
They like, hey, give me a list. I don't know what you want. Give us a list of stuff. We'll pick from it. Okay.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, here you go.
You got a grand handy?
Grandy.
Here you go. A grand handy.
Heard of that. The old Grand Handy.
No, I would just say that's a little much at that age.
No.
What do you think? Send us an email. ajp@adamandjp.com.
I thought that was a funny thing to put up for the holiday
Was that
season.
your last Christmas list ever?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that?
No, yeah.
It was?
You'll say yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not.
When was your last Christmas list?
Doesn't matter.
Adam,
Well, it's different
do
now.
you still make a Christmas list?
I don't write it with my hand.
What do? You text it? I text it.
No. Every year my mom asks, hey,
I
what do
send
you...
a Facebook message.
She's like, what do you want? And so I gave her a link to my Amazon wish list.
And speaking of link,
That's all I do.
I would like the new Legend of Zelda game.
Every time, throughout the year, I have a wish list. Throughout the year. It's like a thing for me to look at, like, oh, yeah, I want that movie or game for later.
How many items are on this list this year?
I haven't updated it in quite a while. It's probably 20, 30. But that's for me. It's for me, and so she asked for it, and so I handed it over. It's easier that way. It's easier.
Wow.
I recommend the Amazon wish list. And that's not greed.
Wow.
That's not greed at all. That's a personal log for me throughout the year.
Wow.
Like, oh, yeah.
You're like one of those Twitch girls. Hey, if you like what you see, check out my Amazon wish list.
It's true. Those are like that. Yeah. But it's for me, like, oh, yeah, Captain America Civil War came out today. I don't want to or can't buy now. I'll put it in my wish list for later.
If you love me, Mom, check out my Amazon wish list. Well, I might if you came home for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
I'm curious. I haven't updated it in a long time. I kind of want to see what's on my wish list right now. You got me thinking.
Click here to check out Amazon wish list for Adam.
Man. Wow. Adam's Xmas wish list. Here we go.
Wow, you even call it your Christmas wish list.
Yeah.
You are almost middle-aged.
It's asked for. It's still the same stuff.
Who's asking?
I'll never grow up. Ooh, the Ouya's on here.
So you haven't updated in a while.
Oh, man, you see how much a Ouya is on
Who is
Amazon?
asking you for little Adam? You need to put your Santa list together.
My mom. Have you seen how much a Ouya is on Amazon now?
No.
$330.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but it is.
Because they quit making them?
Maybe, and same for a Nintendo Wii U. The bundles range from $332 to $999.
How does the fiance feel about your Santa wish list?
It's all fun. She saw it. She's like, it's kind of the same stuff you have now. Good point. I mean, I really wouldn't mind any of those gift cards, South Park Season 1. All those games sound fun to play.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind some System of a Down.
No. I mean, your current wish list. Does she say, Adam, I can't believe you still do a Santa list?
No, I don't. This last was updated to December the 1st. Weird. Exactly 2 years ago to this date, 2014.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh. So that you still want all that stuff.
I've got some cool stuff on here, man.
Well, let's go through it.
Wow. I've got the whole collection of Funko Pop figures from Assassin's Creed. Wow, I've got the Assassin's Creed Todd McFarlane figure I actually bought at MTAG the following year.
Oh, nice.
Well,
you should take that off your wish list.
I should take
you
it
don't
off,
want somebody to buy it for you.
The Ouya is still in a Nintendo Wii U Deluxe set, which I've already received and sold.
Right.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre figure from NECA. Oh, wow. For some reason, I wanted a 25-key USB MIDI controller that I could play keyboard and music on. The Traxxas fancy remote control cars. Remember one of those?
Oh, right. I do remember those.
There's some 8-bit Mega Man art, like a decal for the car. There's a coffee table book, Mega Man 25, official complete works. Dragon Age Inquisition for the Xbox One. These are fun. And Halo the Master Chief Collection. See, it's not so bad. It's not so deep. I think it's easier to give people help. This is not like I expect every single thing on here, but if people are going to buy you gifts, give them an idea instead of they buy you something terrible.
Do you know anyone else in our vast age range that still puts a Christmas list together?
They should. I believe holidays should be celebrated. I expect and enjoy a good Easter basket every year.
I have not.
As I give them away as well.
Yeah.
For people
You've never given me an Easter basket.
Well, like
hey, buddy, here's an Easter basket.
Like the closies.
There might be... What?
Like the family, like the close, like people I'm close with.
Wow.
The family members.
There might be some silly putty and Play-Doh in there for you.
The family members. Just, I mean, I would love for people to
give your mom an Easter basket?
No.
Wow.
What? That's like, when you become an adult, it's like a lovey-dovey thing. The fiance receives one.
Okay.
Yeah. She has her Easter basket had a ring in it this year. How about that for a list, huh?
If you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
With the Beyonce theme.
Like, I would love for people that I'm buying gifts for, I would love for them to give me a list instead of like, well, I think you'll like those socks. I would love to have a physical list.
Can't
you agree with that at least? I'm a man of the people.
I haven't put a list of things that I want and expect people to buy me together.
Expect is not the good word in there. Want, yes.
I think there's
I'm trying to help.
I think there's some expectations when you...
Never once have I given a list without being asked for it first. That's the thing.
Who asked you for the Amazon wish list?
My mom.
Okay.
She did. I can't help that.
I haven't done that
since
probably 12, 13. You know what? I'm gonna go high and say 13.
So when you're like 15, you're just getting terrible presents because you wouldn't tell people what you wanted?
No. I mean, I got good presents.
How do they know you?
They just ask.
I'm just quiet, I guess. People don't know me.
Yeah.
Like, you think my mom, without asking me, would know that I want Assassin's Creed Funko Pop figures? She'd have no idea.
Plus, I've never had a Christmas like that when I was a kid.
I didn't receive everything.
Now, last year I did get a PS4, which is pretty close to that kind of Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
And that was pretty nice.
That's a big one.
But I didn't write a list out.
Yeah, even the one year I got my Xbox One, much like you, people came together.
And
got me the Xbox One. It was like a big deal. And I knew. Everyone's got everyone's covered in presents, and I've got one box.
Yeah. You went over and lifted it up.
I opened it up and didn't work. It was awesome. You remember that? Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
That was... if you want to see little kid Adam...
Oh, yeah.
I was sad that day.
How mad were you?
I was just disgruntled.
I
mean, it's Christmas Day, and everyone brought their money together to get that one thing.
That is pretty special.
And some games.
And then when it doesn't work,
and
it's
you plug
very
it in and nothing.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Day. You can't get it returned. You're just there with your arms crossed.
Like if my PS4 hadn't worked, I would have been.
Yeah. I was just kind of like,
upset.
because I had nothing else. Not to be a little kid about it, but I just watched YouTube on Christmas.
This is all I got.
I mean, at the time, the system itself was $500.
Right.
Plus controllers and games, and at least a good $750 was spent by my whole family together.
That was almost your
the one Christmas that year.
that one Christmas. Do you prefer that? If you knew you were going to have like $1,000 Christmas, do you want one big thing, or would you like it to be spread over?
It depends, but usually spread over.
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah. I enjoy non-console years because I don't have to spend all the money, Christmas money, on the new console.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Like I'm
Like
good for a
off
while.
years.
Yeah, I'm good for a while. For
It's like a presidency for you. Like every 4 years, I know I'm getting a console, guys.
It's true. Yeah.
But we're on an off year.
Yeah.
So-
Which next year we're back on. It's been about 4 years, so next year I have the Switch coming. I think next Christmas will be a Switch Christmas.
Get a PS4.
I don't know.
If you got this kind of power to wield,
This kind of power.
where you could just snap your fingers and families come together to buy you things.
I'm impressed with it, but still at this point, I think there's not much difference. I mean, game-wise and everything-wise, not too much difference between that and the Xbox One.
Is there
enough to spend like $500 to get new games in a console? That's a big one.
Do you foresee an age where you wouldn't want a video game system for Christmas?
No. God, I hope not.
I kind of don't either.
Yeah. I mean, really.
If I did, I would have probably, if you'd asked me that, I don't know, maybe when I hit around 40.
Yeah.
No.
But especially now, I mean, even more so now. I spend many hours. I'm surprised it's still kicking. I would say at least my Xbox One is on at least 6 hours a day. That's not just for gaming, but I mean, everything I watch. I mean, all television, Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. I mean, every single thing is done through the Xbox.
Yeah.
Everything.
How long have you been unplugged from cable?
Over
not
a year.
cable.
Yeah, over a year now.
Cable.
It's been, a year and a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't regret it one bit.
No regrets?
I miss nothing.
Yeah.
Not at all. I think everyone should do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I watch what sports I want, movies you can buy on the. I mean, it's nothing I'm missing. I don't watch nightly news, and if so, I'll watch it on YouTube.
Right.
I mean,
is there? But
I mean, YouTube streams everything live now. I think I've told you about this even on the show before. To get in the holiday spirit, sometimes I just have in the background. I've never once in my life bought anything, but I watch some Home Shopping Network every now and then.
Yeah,
it calms me down. I put some QVC on in the background. Sometimes
calms
I go
my nerves.
And I found they have a live stream 24/7 on YouTube. I don't need cable anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a constant stream.
You just watch Home Shopping
I
Network?
don't watch it. It's just kind of there.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing some Hearthstone, I have some Home Shopping Network in the back.
You know what I realized I couldn't stand?
What's that?
Me and my wife, we bought a 1,000-piece puzzle. I love that part.
Yeah.
That's not within.
Yeah.
So we're putting a puzzle together, which is a fun team-building exercise, but for some reason, it becomes a contest.
Yeah.
Like, who can get how many pieces together?
Ooh, that would be terrible.
So I'm working on the puzzle a couple of nights ago. My wife's flipping around. She lands on the Disney Channel, and they're showing Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch the Disney Channel on a regular basis or Nickelodeon or any of those shows. I mean, I love Disney movies, and I love, SpongeBob SquarePants, or whatever, but we don't typically watch those channels. Maybe something every now and then on TV Land.
Yeah.
But, to watch like a child-oriented channel for an extended amount of time, I don't do. Unless you count the CW shows. The ads they run on the Disney Channel, I think it made my blood pressure go up.
Really?
Yeah, because they're all so aggressive and like, get it now, kids! It's the drone, mini drone, super drone. Ask your parents to go to the website, superdrone.com.
Really?
Like every one of the commercials on the Disney Channel was like that.
Really?
And it just, like after about the second commercial break, I said, I don't think I can take the commercials on this channel anymore.
Really?
Because they're so aggressive and they're louder than the rest of the programming. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. I do have to, speaking of drones, doing the like.
Do you have a drone on the list this year?
Well, I have to. I mean, it won't be.
You have to.
I mean, for what I do.
I have to have a drone.
So I have a little side. I have a side business.
I see where you're going with this.
I have a side business, and
you have to have one.
I mean, it's almost.
Or it would set you it would set you apart from the rest of the field.
I've had people. No, not apart. Like you were within the field. I've had people like what I do and like my pricing, but because I don't have a drone, they say no to it.
What?
I'm serious. That's a.
What kind of society
I
are
know.
we becoming?
If you watch, and just a little teaser, I don't know if I've talked about it, but if you watch any wedding videos online right now, no joke, any modern, the past 6 months to a year, 90% of those have a drone shot there. I'm serious. It's
Who
crazy.
cares?
I know, but it's a thing I almost have to have.
Who cares? Here, if you're planning on getting married, and I'm not talking to you. No one cares about your wedding video. Like, I don't show my wedding video
Don't
to
talk to
anybody.
people. I need people not to think
No,
that.
you say, wait, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
That's why you need to talk to my man, Adam.
Yeah.
Because a mediocre wedding video,
You don't need the drone shots.
you don't need the drone
You don't
shot.
need that. Yeah.
That's all bullshit no one cares about.
But no, everyone cares. It's crazy.
I bet that, all kidding aside, I think that would be fun.
What's that?
If you were to incorporate that.
I mean, I have to. I mean,
drone.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but I borderline have to.
So you're
this
looking at
point.
drones now,
Yeah, I
huh?
really have to. And not only that, did you know to legally do that, you have to have a license for it?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
You have to register. It's an aircraft. You have to register
I have
it.
to register. I'm looking into registering for
With the FAA of the
yeah.
FFA. The future farmers of America. They want to know
Yeah.
how many drones are flying around their cows.
But I looked into that extensively, and I have to buy one and get that license for it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
For at most 10-second shot of a video.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you watch any modern, well-done wedding video, 90% have a drone shot. I'm serious.
So,
I agree.
at what point do you work the drone shot in?
Usually the very beginning. It's setting the scene of like where the ceremony, where the reception happened.
Yeah.
It's like the opening of an 80s sitcom.
You're like, I'll be right back. I gotta
I mean,
get
think about it.
your stupid drone shot.
Family Matters, Full House, they all had the drone shot.
Those weren't drones.
They all had the chopper shot.
Those were cranes.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. Well,
But drones are not cheap, man. I mean,
no, they're not.
No.
Are you looking at like I guess for you, it would just depend on how good the camera on the drone is.
Right, yeah, yeah.
You could have like a mini drone as
Right.
long as it's got a good camera.
Right. Yeah, the drones I'm looking at are like $500-$600 because
Yeah.
it has to have good range and a great camera on it, and the camera itself is the most expensive part.
Fun.
Isn't that crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of restrictions on flying your drone as well.
Yeah. I have to look into that.
The people break all the time.
Really?
Like you're not supposed to fly your drone, your personal drone, on any property that you don't own
Really?
without permission.
Okay. Okay.
So the wedding venue, you'd have permission. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? But I want that. But once again, that's an expensive
I want
thing.
you to have a drone too.
You just want to play with it.
Yeah, exactly. No show tonight. We're going to be testing a drone.
But once I get that, we can play with it. They're cool. Mm-hmm. That's just, I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, what if I crash? I'm not very good at. I've never done.
I will say this,
Remote
though.
control
I will
airplane.
say this to you.
Yeah.
Last year, I guess this was probably like 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago.
Wow.
You and I went to a hobby store.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they had it wasn't virtual reality, but they had
Just like a simulation.
of a RC plane.
Mm.
You were so much better at that than I was.
So you're saying I shouldn't let you control my drone?
No, do not. Do not let me
Yeah.
play with your drone.
Yeah.
Because I will crash it.
I wonder what the actual point, because I'm doing this for an actual reason and a business and a purpose. Besides specifically what I'm using it for, why the hell does someone need or want a drone, honestly?
Dark web videos is what
I mean, seriously, really?
Yeah.
What's the actual purpose?
Yeah.
Besides what I'm doing, I can't think of any reason besides that.
Because you got to think, like, we have technology now of X-ray technology, infrared technology, night vision technology, and all these cameras can be put on cameras and put on a drone.
Yeah.
You know drones are flying around at night. You don't even know.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
And people are shooting videos that they're posting online.
Wow.
You know what's happening.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I don't know that
I'm
it's
sure.
happening,
I'm almost positive.
but I'm positive.
The one I'm looking at, the one I need, it has a built-in GPS system, so you can never ever lose it.
Right.
No matter where you take it, as long as it's in a huge range that it is, if you it knows where you are based on the remote you're holding. With the tap of a button on the app, it comes right back to you. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to like draw it back or steer it back.
Right.
You steer it where you want to. With a tap of a button, it comes back to you like a boomerang. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. I'm just curious how you know. I'll look more into that. How you know what shots you're getting. You know what I mean?
Would you have like almost like FaceTime on your phone?
I guess so.
Because that's how you control it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You would integrate it with your smartphone,
Right.
or tablet.
Yeah.
So surely there's got to be a screen. You got to be able to see it.
I would guess so. Yeah.
That's probably what it is. You're probably watching the shot from the video,
Yeah.
and then just
You're playing it. Yeah.
just have controls like off in the corners of the screen.
That's
or
crazy.
whatever.
But I'm telling you, I watch most wedding videos. That's the thing, man. That's the thing.
Or you can get them now to where the smartphone is just the camera, and then you can attach it to the actual controller. Like you park your smartphone inside the controller.
Maybe the controller is your camera now. Maybe it's just an app you use.
Yeah, could be.
That's possible.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. That's
Yeah.
probably true.
I think that's the way it works.
Big Gamers Corner.
Yeah. A lot of news. Some big releases, big new releases, and they're big ones. big titles. A lot of news, though.
Any sequels to Big Mother Truckers?
Not yet. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Any farming simulating games?
Nah.
Any simulating games?
Oh, yeah, Sims and VRs. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
We'll do Gamers Corner.
Next.
Okay, auditions for the new Earth Station Who co-host. Take one. Go ahead.
Hello, Stonehenge, who takes the Pandora Cup, takes the universe. But, bad news everyone, cause guess who? Ha, listen, you lot you're all whizzing about. It's really very distracting. Could you all just stay still a minute because I am talking?
Not too shabby. Can you close this up?
Earth Station Who, a fun mashup celebrating over 50 years of the Doctor Who universe. You never know where the TARDIS is going to go next. Earth Station Who podcast can be found at www.earthstationwho.com. Earth Station Who is a proud member of the ESO network. We are up on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or wherever fine podcasts are found. Peace, and we are done. Did I pass the audition?
We'll get back to you. Next.
Grab your joystick.
This game is an atrocity.
It's time for Gamers Corner.
I think it'll make a person become insane.
Gamers Corner brought to you by Outer Limits Comics. If you ask Adam and JP, who we are, and ask us what our favorite comic book shop was, we would say Outer Limits Comics.
That's true.
It's in the Franklin, Tennessee area. If you're not local, you can visit them online, on social media even, at Outer Limits TN. Just look that up on Facebook.
They have a whole new shipment in of the Lucille bats, from Walking Dead.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw one. It wasn't at Outer Limits, but we were out. Did you do any Black Friday stuff?
I got my suit for my wedding. That's about it.
Yeah. We went out late that night, and I was at one of the GameStops, and I saw the Lucille bat in there, and I'm like, holy crap, this thing is like $150.
Is it really?
Then I looked it up. They've re-released it.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I guess McFarlane makes that.
That makes sense.
And they re-released it.
Mm.
So now everybody has it.
Yay.
Lucille is plentiful to everyone now.
Yay.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan was, don't ask me how I saw this. I just happened to be watching it the other day. He was the co-host with Kelly Ripa.
Oh, wow, really?
On Live a couple of days ago.
Man,
what a sweet guy.
Is she hard to work with, or what's the problem?
What do you mean?
I mean, people just don't stay with her too long.
Well, she was with Regis Philbin a long time.
Well, kind of, 4 or 5 years, maybe?
Longer than that.
Was it longer than that?
Then she was with, and he retired.
Yeah.
And then she was with, what's his name?
Michael Strahan.
Like
maybe 2 years?
Then he screwed her over to go be on Good Morning America.
Yeah. I just think, there's always someone leaving someone, and that person is Kelly Ripa.
Well, she has the recurring guest host now.
Yeah.
And it was...
You think it's because someone can't stand to be around her long enough?
I don't think she was the bad guy in that whole thing.
You don't think so?
I think it was more Michael Strahan.
Really?
Yeah, from what I read, which was very brief. I mean, you could be totally right. I don't know.
I have no idea either.
But yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on there. And he is... you can tell he's really enjoying being Negan on The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's one of his biggest roles. I mean, he's never been the guy, and I think right now he's close to being the guy.
He'll always be the comedian to me.
Yeah.
What a funny guy.
Is it true, though? I know I say it a lot, and I'm a semi-fan of the show now, so once again, I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I'm hearing a lot online, even from mega Walking Dead fans.
This is what you always say.
I know, but I'm not saying it to be negative because I'm enjoying what from what I've seen so far, but really, like hardcore fans are saying they're done, and they said the past few episodes are a joke, and they're done. Like, I don't know.
I wouldn't say the past few episodes are a joke.
And the ratings officially are, the lowest they've been in a long time.
Since season 3.
Yeah.
I would say, here's what I would say.
I've been hearing they're doing episodes, like full episodes on characters people don't care the least about.
There was a whole Tara episode last Sunday night.
I don't even know who that is. Who's Tara?
She was with the governor, and like the governor found her and her sister.
Wow.
Regardless, she came on. You said you're in season 3, right?
Yeah.
Season 3 or season 4 is when she shows up.
By the end of season, yeah.
It wasn't a bad episode, but here's the problem with what The Walking Dead has done over the last few years. They come back strong to start the season, right? So you get like 1 or 2 episodes that everybody talks about, like this year.
Yeah.
And then they take the next 3 or 4 episodes and they focus on a character. And they take you on this journey of this one character, which is a choice that they make. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. So you don't have a lot of, and this has been the same for the last 3 years, that the first half of the season for 4 or 5 episodes, you it's very character driven, and they focus on one person. Like I remember when they had to leave the prison. Like one of the longest episodes I ever watched was about Beth and Daryl surviving at a golf country club somewhere, and they do that, and they kind of give you these kind of personal stories of each character, and then you get to the mid-season finale, and then usually, like historically, the back half of the season is when the meat of that season story happens,
right?
Which I'm pretty sure will be the same this year,
Probably so.
because, and I don't know, and I was thinking about this. I was honestly thinking about this today. Like I personally would have liked to have seen more Negan by now in this season, but is that a good idea? Because I'm not being overexposed to him. So I'm not going to get tired of the character because I've seen him in 2 episodes, maybe 3.
Really?
At most 3, maybe just 2. I think just 2 so far this season. And they're almost halfway through.
Wow.
So, but I mean, you are like, it will be a treat when he's back on the show. So I think here's what The Walking Dead should do. And it would take care of a lot of these complaints and, you know, the complaints that it drags out too long and all that. They need to go to like a 10 to 13 episode season. I think trying to do, 17 to 20 episodes, that's why it feels like it gets bogged down. I think if they kept it maybe less than 10. Like to me,
the first season was what, 6? Was it 6 or 8? It was not much at all.
No, it's very short. Like Stranger Things. Like wasn't Stranger Things like a perfect season?
Yeah, what was that? Was that 8?
It was 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's over fast.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait a long time to see something else.
I feel like the Marvel shows with 13 episodes are pretty good.
Yeah, that's
too,
pretty good.
Yeah.
But even
those kind of draw a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, like
usually
Jessica
for all those
Jones
shows, episode 5 to 10 is kind of rough usually.
Yeah. I thought the season 2 of Daredevil, I didn't think the season 1 did, but I think season 2 drug a little bit. But yeah, I think they should go to something more like that. And like Game of Thrones. Isn't Game of Thrones only
It's pretty short.
13, 14 episodes or something like that? Yeah. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I can't say with
I'm pretty sure.
certainty, but I think if they did something more along those lines, I think the 16 to 20 episodes is why you feel like it slows down. But it's it's gonna come back.
Oh yeah.
Something's gonna happen. That's just The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many more seasons they got. I mean, it's 7 seasons.
I know. I don't know what else they can do. I mean, we said it before. How does that show end? It can't end happily. It
can't end. That could be part of the thing too. When you think about it, like you invest so much time with this show, there can't be a resolution.
Yeah.
There can't be.
I just wonder when it does end, will it be a series finale, or will it be a cliffhanger like they always do, and then it gets canceled? You know what I mean?
Oh, they'll never. No.
Well,
I think with this show, it will never just be canceled.
You think so?
Like Breaking Bad. I mean, Breaking Bad, this is going to be the last season.
They wrapped up, what was that?
We're going to end the
6
show.
Seasons? How many did that have? Not
maybe
too many.
6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We're already on 7 for
5
Walking
or 6.
Dead. Yeah.
But then AMC did that weird thing where they took basically one season and chopped it in half and gave you half the season one year, and then a year later gave you the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So you got like 6 episodes and then 6 episodes.
AMC is weird like that. Even Mad Men had a big break, right?
Yeah, well, didn't Mad Men, wasn't there like, I don't know, like a year in between one of the seasons?
It was a while,
yeah. I never got into that.
Yeah, me either.
Never could get into Mad Men. And I tried.
Couldn't do it.
It seems like a show I'd be into.
It does, yeah. It's your style. This is Gamer's Corner,
Oh, look, there's Adam in his Atari shirt.
Hey, what's going on? We have some gaming new releases we'll talk about.
New releases.
I teased quite a bit of VR things going on. Oh, you have some hot coffee over there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. A little Dunkin' Donuts? What you got?
Yeah, it's a Dunkin' Donuts tumbler.
That's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Wow. How about some VR games like Crazy Saloon VR, where you, I believe, are a bartender in the virtual reality realm?
Belly up to the bar like Westworld.
How about in Star Trek Bridge Crew, a VR game based on the PS4 and the PC, where you are in the virtual reality world of Star Trek as a member of the Bridge Crew.
That seems fun.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, right?
Don't look like anything to me.
Get your bleeper ready.
All right.
Because this one, you're trying to find the source of light. This is a virtual reality game for the PC called Where's the Fucking Light? That's what it's called.
PC only.
Right. I would say the biggest release this week by far, finally, Final Fantasy 15 came out this week on all consoles and PC.
That's a long saga.
It is.
It's like The Walking Dead of video games.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy 15. It's ironic, isn't it? I mean, I would say one of the biggest role-playing game franchises of all time. It's been a while. 13 came out many, many years ago. 14 came out to terrible reviews online. Now we have 15, so we're good to go.
Yes, Adam, it has been a while.
Kind of exciting. Last but not least, usually I keep this stuff for the news, but I feel like it's time to put this into the new releases finally, and that is Hearthstone has the new DLC, Mean Streets of Gadgetzan.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you saved it for that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Take that, Hearthstone. Did I get some on your face?
A little bit. But it's cool, so I checked it out today. You can pay for things, of course. Mm-hmm. They have 132 new cards. 132, man. 132.
You see they have you, right?
I believe this expansion may have more cards than the whole game did the last time you played it.
Probably.
So now there are 3 new factions you can play with. The Cabal, the Grimy Goons, and the Jade Lotus.
The NWO White.
Pretty much, yeah.
The NWO
and
Red.
This has a story mode to it. Like, I log in now, and I have people talking to me, giving me quests. You should do this, and they have crazy little accents and things. It's awesome.
What kind of accents?
Hi, mate. Like that. They're
Really?
like, yeah. They're
Australian?
Like, well, no,
like New Zealand?
Like the dirty British.
Like Cockney?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it. I have at my work, I have a British lady, and she talks to me a lot of how if you're, and once again, I don't know, so if you speak like that, don't judge me. She is telling me this. She says if you're from England or Britain and you say water, you're nice and fancy. But if you say water, you're disgusting.
Yeah, because Cockney.
Yeah.
It's like the southern accent of the British dialect.
But these are Cockney people and Mean Streets of Gadgetzan.
Oh, bloody hell.
But water.
You can want some water to go with your bits and pieces.
That's all I have for the gaming new releases, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that means it's time for gaming news. Guerrera. What are you doing over there?
This is a very carbonated drink over here.
Apparently.
This Diet Sierra Mist with cranberry.
I'm doing my gaming news art over here. You're there belching.
Belcher?
You're verping.
Verping. We love Telltale games on the Adam and JP show. For years now, I've loved it. The Walking Dead games, I loved it.
That's the only one you've played.
It's true, but I loved it. I played...
Did you play Wolf Among Us?
Yes, Wolf Among Us. Yeah. I like that quite a bit.
Good?
Yeah, it was. Finally, they announced this week a new game coming from the Telltale series. We're finishing up the Batman series right now, but soon after that, Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale games are coming out.
Really?
Kind of cool, huh?
Based off the Marvel comic.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Not the movie.
I am Groot. I mean, you have dialogue options. Imagine those dialogue options. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Will it be... what do you think, Groot?
I am Groot. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Thanks, Vin Diesel.
The Nintendo Switch comes out in a few short months here in 2017. The beginning, I believe in the spring sometime then. And Zelda, the new Zelda game they've teased for years now. Zelda Breath of the Wild was assumed and even spoken of to be a launch title for that system, but it was announced this week Zelda Breath of the Wild has been delayed and will now not be a Nintendo Switch launch title.
What do you think you're looking more forward to in 2017?
Yeah.
The Zelda game.
Yeah.
Even though it's been delayed. Or the Britney Spears biopic on Lifetime.
Is that happening?
Yeah.
Britney Spears. Yeah, for sure.
Like, they've cast Justin Timberlake in it, and Kevin Federline.
Have they really?
And of course, Britney Spears.
Wow, I didn't know this.
Britney Spears.
I had no idea. Mm-hmm. You know, you had trouble almost saying 2017 just then.
Yeah.
My brain still won't comprehend that.
2017?
I have people giving me offers and ideas like, hey, I have a wedding in 2017. Can you help me with it?
What are you, from the future?
Like, no, it's so far away. It's what, like 4 weeks away now?
Did you come here in your DeLorean or TARDIS?
Many times I'm like, whoa, calm your horses. It's like April 2017. What are you doing?
I know you like to plan ahead, but let's not go decades.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a few short months away.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's very
less
futuristic.
than a month now.
It's almost as futuristic as us FaceTiming today.
Yeah, that was great.
That was cool, right? The Madden curse, we all know what that means. If you as an NFL superstar are on the cover of Madden, the video game, odds are you're going down.
I thought the Madden curse was you bought that game every year, and then after 15, 16 years, you realize I've wasted my money on the exact same game year after year.
That's a different Madden curse. Hey, when's the last time you played a Madden game? I'm sure your mind would be blown right now.
I can answer this question. 2005.
Really?
Yep.
So it's been over a decade. It's time to play some more Madden.
I don't miss it.
With that being said, the Madden curse strikes again. Rob Gronkowski sidelined with a possible season-ending back injury after he was on the cover as the main star in Madden 17.
Oh, his spine fell out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impossible. He didn't have one.
Oh.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
It is Christmas. The Christmas season is upon us.
I don't like the Gronk.
Not a Gronk fan?
No.
Why? More of an Aaron
Say
Hernandez
no,
kind of guy?
Say no to the Gronk.
You're more of an
Yeah, I love murderers.
You just love the tight ends, the Patriots, all around. Street Fighter V has Christmas-themed downloadable content where you can finally dress up your favorite Street Fighter characters in Santa costumes.
Blanca?
That is true.
Okay, good.
That's a show I miss.
Yeah, I'd like to see that come back. The Street Fighter podcast.
Who is your favorite? This is not a right or wrong answer. Your favorite gaming mascot of all time? Would you say Mario, Sonic, Bugsy?
And you know what I'm going to go with?
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, that works. Works. If you were a Sonic and Tails fan, which you should be, they now have those stuffed animals available at Build-A-Bear workshops.
Really?
Yeah, in all malls across America. You can have
build a Knuckles?
Yeah. Well, no, just Sonic and Tails.
Oh.
Knuckles, that's questions asked from the kids, you know.
But I want a Knuckles. Surprised that wasn't on your list from 2002.
It may have been. This is going to be sad, but I've talked about it for a while. And these are factual numbers.
Is the server closing down?
I'm not saying one thing. But on the numbers are in for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And for both days, the Xbox One outperformed the PS4. That's odd. That is odd to me. Honestly.
Well,
that's
go back
weird.
and look at the numbers from the past 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years before now.
You think it is people going back and getting an Xbox One that are catching up?
Their Xbox One probably broke.
Yeah.
They had to go replace it.
Because like I said, I mean...
There's Sony still going
the
strong,
numbers are
baby.
way in PlayStation's favor, but for some reason the past almost 6 months we've seen a big shift in that. And I don't know what...
Well, there was
especially with PS4
amazing
having
bundles and deals
on
the Xbox.
But I thought with the PlayStation 4 having the virtual reality now, I thought that would be a huge boost for them, but it's not happening that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know why?
Why is that?
Hey, come here.
Yeah?
It's a gimmick.
Jeez, man. You don't believe it. You just don't believe in the VR.
I do love the commercials, though, with the Samsung headset that you can get. Or the Google. Maybe it's Google.
I haven't seen that.
And, you see the old people.
Yeah.
By old, I mean people roughly 15, 20 years older than I am. They've got the headset on, and they're just, oh, my mind is blown. It's so beautiful.
My mind is blown. That is funny. There were people that were seniors in high school, and you were in kindergarten. And we're like, oh, these old little geezers.
These old bastards.
That's kind of funny. Last but not least.
I'm sure they were 70 or 80.
I think so. I haven't seen the commercials, so I don't know. According to GameStop, officially, they have a press release about this. The top 5 sought-after games this holiday season are, in order of importance. You ready for this?
All right.
Number 1, Final Fantasy 15.
There's a lot of hype around this game.
There is. Number 2 was Battlefield 1.
Uh-huh.
Number 3 is Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh, those Pokemon games.
Number 4 is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Uh-huh.
And number 5, oddly enough, is Skyrim Special Edition.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. That's always, no matter how good or bad they are, the Call of Duty games and Battlefield always are up there, aren't they?
Say it again.
Call of Duty.
Duty.
Those are your top 5 games, the top 5 sought-after games this holiday season. And that's all I have for Gamers Corner.
I hear good things about Battlefield.
Yeah,
1.
fantastic things, yeah.
And Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like a good game.
Yeah, I agree.
I have seen the strangest Apple commercial. I know you've seen it.
Which one's that?
Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Right.
He played Raymond's older brother.
Okay, yeah. I always thought he'd be a fantastic Herman Munster.
Funny you say that.
Oh.
There is a Apple commercial out. You haven't seen this?
No.
Where he is Frankenstein's monster.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And Frankenstein's monster takes his iPhone and he records a Christmas carol.
I'm going to look this up. I'm curious.
Into his iPhone. And then, he gets a package in the mail. Maybe it's an Amazon. No, it's an Apple commercial.
Uh-huh.
And he gets a package in the mail. He takes the package, stumbles to the town square, puts the little Christmas bulbs in where the bolts are on his neck. This sounds like I'm making this up, but this actually happens. And then he plays the Christmas carol on his iPhone and sings along, trying to get the town to love him.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
And then they start to heckle. If you see the long version of it, they heckle him at first.
Is this the one with Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Which one is this one?
Look up
Frankie's Holiday. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll watch this one.
Yeah.
No, it's a long one. This is a 2-minute version.
Yeah, there's a long version.
I'm going to skip through. Weird.
It is Apple iPhone, right?
Yeah. So I've always thought he'd be a fantastic Herman Munster. Seriously.
There you go.
That's funny.
He's Frankenstein's monster.
Weird.
And
What's he been doing the past 10 years?
I'll be home for Christmas.
Wow.
I'll be home for Christmas. Fire band.
Wow. I'll watch this later. It's a long one.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
But I didn't realize it was him until like the third time I saw it.
That's funny.
But it is Brad Garrett, right?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Yeah. Weird.
So I thought it would be fun to close out the show here, the last couple of minutes that we have. Is there a film that you dislike that the rest of the world seems to love?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of ones I've actually seen. I know there's some.
Yeah.
Give me a few seconds. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I'm still trying to dig it up.
For me, the Fast and the Furious movies are definitely on there.
So does stuff like that count?
I mean, everybody loves it. Fast and Furious movies make a ton of money every time.
Those are the Nickelback and Britney Spears movies.
They're coming up on like Fast and the Furious 38.
What if that? I mean, to be fair, when I saw the first one, I loved it, but I was also, a young, spry, 18-year-old boy.
Did you put it on your Christmas list?
It was a year, yeah, bro.
Dear Santa, I want the Fast and the Furious box set. Yeah, how many are they on? 9?
I think 8. Maybe not 8 or 9.
And there's one coming out this next year.
I'm gonna do a list. I'm gonna look up a list of movies everyone loves, and I'm sure something on that I will hate. How about that?
Okay, I would put Fast and the Furious on my list.
I know there's more. There's got to be more.
Titanic, I would put on that list.
That's uncalled for.
What do you mean?
That's a good movie.
Titanic. I mean, people love it.
Yeah.
It's got a huge following.
Right.
I do not enjoy it.
Man.
Pretty Woman, I'd put that on the list.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Did not like Pretty Woman.
Kind of heartless, huh?
Wasn't fun. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
People like that?
With Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And what's his name is Dracula?
Right. Gary Oldman.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like that. What else?
So there are a lot of movies. I've got a few movies that some eventually became my favorite movies of all time. But oddly enough, the first time I saw them, I hated them. Is that weird? Do you have that experience ever?
Batman v Superman?
No, not like that. Like Fight Club. First time I saw Fight Club, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Right.
I went home and thought about it. I watched it again, and it is one of my top 5 movies of all time now. And same for Donnie Darko. The first time I saw that, I despised it.
I liked Fight Club the first time I saw it.
Really?
Donnie Darko, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why is this so weird?
But I love that. Every time I watch it now, every time I watch it, my mind is blown.
I was a little off-put by the first time I saw Pulp Fiction, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It took me 2 viewings of Pulp Fiction to...
I've got one for you. The Hangover. I've never been a huge fan of. You know that.
Yeah.
The world loves The Hangover. I'm just like,
yeah.
I've seen funnier.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. That movie makes me laugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Are there anything in our geek realm of those comic movies that everyone loves and we don't? I wouldn't say everyone, but I think of all the people I know, I was the biggest hater on Suicide Squad, sadly.
Yeah.
I think so.
But that's real hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I will say, you don't find anybody who says that's my favorite movie ever.
Right. Yeah.
No one loves that movie that much.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I would never say it's my favorite movie ever. Are there any current crop of these geek pop culture movies that...
I'm not a big fan. No, I don't want to say it.
Go ahead.
I'm not the world's biggest fan of Braveheart.
I can go with that.
Like most... Oh, I've got one for you. The ultimate. Because I always get made fun of for this. I can't stand / despise 300.
You know what?
I don't like it in the least. Not even.
I'm with you
bit.
on that too. Because I was not a big 300 fan as well.
I have no desire.
I didn't
to see
care
it
for
again.
Gladiator either.
No. Yeah, now we're on a roll. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like Gladiator.
All those like when they think of Macho Man movies, I think of a Rocky. I don't think Gladiator. I do. I mean, people think of Gladiator and 300.
Yeah.
No, not
you
so
think
much.
of a Macho Man movie?
Ooh,
I think I know Holds Barred. No, that. What was the one with we discovered John Cena was in?
Ready to Rumble?
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say 300, Gladiator, stuff like that. Braveheart's all right, but it's not. I don't think it's as good as people say it is.
Yeah. Well, this all I love, and I think this is going to be another a movie where we're going to be one on one side, one on the other.
Yeah.
I love It's a Wonderful Life.
I still haven't seen it.
I love that movie.
I
think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think it's touching, and I've loved it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
My wife hates that movie.
Oh, I've got more. Now I'm going to sound like an asshole because I've
Now,
got a bunch.
she loves Christmas Vacation, which is very funny.
Yeah.
I like Christmas Vacation. But she also loves White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
I like White Christmas okay.
Yeah.
But I love It's a Wonderful Life, and she hates
That's
it.
your favorite classic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say at least most Mel Brooks movies, we've talked about that in general.
Really?
We've talked about that, yeah.
Like you don't like Young Frankenstein.
It's not, I watch it, I have no emotion from it.
You don't like Blazing Saddles?
It's all right. I've like the fart scene is funny.
What about Monty Python?
That was my next on my list.
You don't like Monty Python?
I don't know.
Really?
I feel like that's forced comedy.
But when was the last time you watched it?
I was in high school. Yeah. Should I try it again?
Yeah. Because
so?
I think you
like even my high school friends love the Holy Grail.
Like
I would
Holy
sit there
Grail
like,
is
I don't
like
get it.
I love the Holy Grail. That's
Yeah.
like everybody's go-to. Watch Life of Brian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I understood it, but I feel like I wasn't smart enough to get it. Like my friends were laughing. It's so funny. And I feel like there was a joke I wasn't understanding.
Oh, are you sure they were just laughing to make it seem like they got a joke that you didn't get?
That's possible. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say all Monty Python things. Yeah, Mel Brooks movies, except for Life Stinks. I love that movie.
That's the one.
I think those are the ones mostly. Those classic comedies that I don't really find funny.
Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah.
I hated Avatar.
I enjoyed it one time, like greatly one time. I'll never see it again, though.
I hated Avatar.
Yeah.
I hated that movie.
Really?
Couldn't stand it. I didn't even think it was that like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Look at me.
It's no big deal.
James Cameron developed science for that movie. I'm like, nah. You could have done better.
What about?
You should have put a cyborg in it.
I think it'd be easier to break down by genre. Like think of a horror movie everyone loves but you don't like. Is there a classic that everyone's like, that's a classic, and you're like, no, it's not.
A horror movie that everybody loves
Yeah.
that I don't like.
Even like a franchise? Is there any?
I don't like those House of a Thousand Corpses, like House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects, any of those Rob Zombie.
Really?
Other than the original Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't care for the Rob Zombie horror movies.
Well, damn.
What was that one from the 70s? The guy with the mask and chainsaw?
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. Something about a dryer blower.
No, I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the second one's
it's funny.
different.
But no classic horror movies you don't like so much?
Classic horror, not that I can think of.
What about an action movie that everyone sees is fantastic, you can't stand?
The Fast and the Furious.
Okay. Yeah.
The Fast and the Furious movies. And I've watched 2 or 3 of them. And I'm just like, I just don't get it. I don't get it, Big Dan. There's one.
Yeah.
I love Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And you hate it.
I wouldn't say hate. It's just it's there.
Yeah.
I don't hate.
Oh, I thought that was the one you didn't like.
Oh. You think like a Coen Brothers movie or which?
Yeah, I thought there was a Coen Brothers movie. You
Lady
didn't
Killers wasn't so good.
like.
Did you
Yeah.
ever see?
Lady Killers wasn't very good.
Or no, we saw the one, the recent one, Hail Caesar. That was rough.
I haven't seen that yet.
That was kind of rough.
Really? I thought it looked like it had
the new
promise, but
Han-
I haven't seen it.
The new Han Solo was the best part in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good.
Of course, Raising Arizona.
No, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
What about if it's John Goodman's? Is John Goodman in Hail Caesar?
No, he's not.
Yeah, see, there's a problem.
That is the problem.
You got to have the John Goodman in the
true.
Coen Brothers movie
Yeah, that's
to make
true.
it fantastic.
That is true. Same for Lady Killers. No John Goodman.
Big Lebowski. No, you got a Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And who else?
That's the only word.
Damon Wayans?
Maybe.
Is Damon Wayans in that?
I'll check you.
One of the Wayans brothers, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Top Gun. You love Top Gun?
Top Gun's okay.
I think it's overrated for what it was.
Far and Away.
Never saw that.
I can't stand Far and Away.
Really?
And
Never saw
everybody's
that.
like, oh, it's a great Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman. It's like their life love story.
Not so much.
Yeah.
In the Lady Killers, we do have Tom Hanks. Marlon Wayans is in there.
Marlon
Very nice.
Wayans,
J.K.
sorry.
Simmons is in there.
Mm-hmm.
George Wallace. Not the George Wallace.
Governor George Wallace?
Yeah, that's about all I know in there. Greg Grunberg is in there. That's weird.
Oh, he is a recurring character on Flash now.
Really? That's kind of cool. Huh.
Yeah, he's on The Flash on CW.
Wow.
Which they just had their big 4-night crossover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That happened, huh?
It was fun. We'll close on this. It was fun, but for all the buildup, when you watched it, you could tell they had very limited times they could get everyone together.
Really?
So most of it happens in a hangar, like an airplane hangar. When everybody's together, it's like they're in the same spot.
Oh, really? You can tell it's like the soundstage
And then
feel?
there was, well, they, like, oh, it's part of Star Labs. You know what it looks exactly like?
Right,
And I think this is, obviously, this is what they're going for. It's the Hall of Justice.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Really?
So now the Hall of Justice exists in that Arrowverse.
Really?
I mean, it was fun. I felt a little gypped on Supergirl because it really didn't tie into the overall story. And in like the last 2 minutes, Cisco and Barry show up.
Yeah.
In like the last 2 minutes of Supergirl. So that whole episode really didn't tie into the whole invasion story.
Really?
Most of it all of it played out on Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. But it was fun. It was fun to see all the characters interact with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, check it out.
Yeah. It was, was it the best story that those shows have ever had? No.
Yeah.
Arrow was pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah, it was because it was their 100th episode. So it was pretty strong. But it was fun. I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun to see the kind of universe connecting.
They're smart. Like people want that extended and still conjoined universe. I mean, it's like at Marvel's. That's why they're so good right now.
And they were smart enough that now Supergirl has a way to get over to Earth 1 whenever she wants. So
right,
even though they're not connected now, because
are.
technically she's on a different Earth, they're connected now. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. If you can think of a movie that everybody loves that you don't like, let us know. Tweet at us.
But there are tons of movies that people say are fantastic. I have no desire to see,
such as
the Godfather series. I don't even care.
I think you'd feel differently if you watched it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like gangster movies to me have
no. You wouldn't. I know you well enough. You wouldn't enjoy the Godfather movie.
Gangster movies have. I don't care.
If you were gonna watch one,
two,
gangster
right?
movie,
no,
not even Godfather 2.
Goodfellas. I hear that a lot.
I think there's enough. I think Joe Pesci is enough to draw you into enjoying that movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To get you through the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, even like the Sopranos stuff, I never had any desire like gangster. I don't know.
I was very late to the Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to watch Scarface for film school. I'm like, ugh. I liked it better when it was called Vice City, GTA.
Okay. You mean like 25 years later?
I know. Yeah, I know.
When it was called that?
I know.
With Ray Liotta.
Right, yeah.
If you have a movie that everybody loves that you hate, let us know at Adam and JP on Twitter. Or you can send us an email.
Adam@adamandjp.com for me personally.
Yeah. Or JP at adamandjp.com.
Yeah, or AJP@adamandjp.com.
All those work.
And our Twitter, like you said earlier.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
This is the Adam and JP Show.
Face Stealer.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.